Have you ever caught yourself grabbing the back of a chair just to feel steady while walking through your own living room? Maybe you've noticed the little things, a slight wobble when bending to tie your shoe, or holding your breath as you step into the tub. It sneaks up on us, not all at once, but slowly, like one day your feet forget they're supposed to feel solid under you. And the truth is, one small misstep can change everything. I remember my cousin Jerry, always so active, always on the move. Then one icy morning, he missed a single step on his porch. One step. That fall didn't just bruise his hip, it rattled his spirit. Suddenly, he stopped going to church, stopped gardening, stopped laughing as much. It wasn't the fall that did it. It was what came after, the fear, the loss of confidence. But here's the part we don't hear enough. We're not powerless. No matter your age, you can build strength, balance, and confidence again. You can take charge of your body and your freedom. In today's video, I'm sharing 7 simple habits that can help you stay steady, strong, and safe long past 70. These are practical things you can do every day, right in your own home, that don't take much time but make a world of difference. Because staying upright isn't just about avoiding a fall. It's about standing tall in your life. So if that matters to you, if your freedom matters, stick around. And if you find this helpful, give it a like, subscribe to Vibrant Elders, and tell me in the comments, what's one thing you've done lately to feel stronger in your body? Now let's talk about how the way you start your morning might be the secret to staying steady all day. Start your day with purposeful movement. Mornings are powerful, aren't they? They set the tone for everything that comes after. And for those of us over 70, how we begin the day can make the difference between feeling in control or feeling like our bodies are in charge of us. That's why the very first habit I want to share is this. Start your day with movement that has a purpose. Now, I'm not talking about a workout or anything fancy. I'm talking about 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. Just enough to get your joints moving, wake up your muscles, and tell your body, hey, we're in this together today. Because after a night of stillness, our joints get stiff, our circulation slows down, and our balance can feel off. A little movement, first thing, gently turns the engine back on. Let me tell you what I do most mornings. As soon as I sit up on the edge of the bed, I circle my ankles, roll my shoulders, and reach my arms overhead. Then, when I head to the kitchen to start the coffee, I turn that walk into my little warm-up. I walk heel to toe down the hallway. That's where one foot steps directly in front of the other, and I focus on standing tall. If I'm feeling extra tight, I'll do a few wall push-ups while waiting on the kettle to whistle. Doesn't sound like much, right? But I promise you, it gets my body ready for the day. These small movements, done every morning, teach your body how to stabilize, how to stretch, and how to move with awareness. And when done consistently, they reduce your risk of falls, improve circulation, and even lift your mood. It's like sending a gentle signal to every part of you. We are awake, we are capable, and we are steady. Maybe you've been waking up with stiffness in your hips or knees. That's common, especially if you have arthritis. Gentle movement helps get synovial fluid moving through the joints, which acts like a lubricant. Think of it like warming up the car in winter. You wouldn't just slam the gas pedal, right? You let it run a little, ease into the day. Your body needs the same kindness. One woman I spoke with recently, Helen, she's 74 and lives in Arizona, told me that before she started her morning stretch routine, she was afraid to walk to her mailbox alone. After a few weeks of these gentle starts, she said, I feel like I've got my stride back. And that confidence? It carries into everything. Walking the dog, grocery shopping, even dancing with her grandkids. So tomorrow morning, before the day gets busy, try this. Reach up, roll those shoulders, take a mindful walk to the kitchen. No equipment, no gym, just you, your body, and a few minutes of movement that says, I'm strong, and I'm showing up today. Train your balance like it's your superpower. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you thought about your balance? Not just how it feels when you walk, but your ability to stay upright when something unexpected happens, like a dog darting in front of you, or a wet spot on the kitchen floor. Because balance, my friend, is one of those superpowers we don't appreciate until we start losing it. The truth is, as we age, our sense of balance naturally begins to decline. It's not your fault, it's just biology. Muscles weaken, reflexes slow down, and that inner ear system that helps you orient yourself in space, it gets a little rusty too. But the amazing thing is, you can train balance just like any other part of your body. And you don't need special equipment or hours of time to do it. Here's something I do every morning. While brushing my teeth, I lift one foot off the ground and hold it there for 10 seconds. Then I switch to the other side. Sometimes I wobble. Sometimes I have to grab the counter. But every time I do it, I'm teaching my body how to stay upright. And more importantly, how to catch itself when things don't go perfectly. Balance isn't just about standing still. It's about reacting, recovering, catching yourself before you go down. And that comes from practicing those little movements every single day. You can also try standing on your toes while washing dishes or walking in a straight line down your hallway with your arms out like an airplane. If you're watching TV, stand behind the couch and do gentle knee bends while lightly holding the backrest. These tiny challenges to your balance stimulate the brain, the muscles, and even the inner ear. Now, I know some folks get nervous even thinking about these exercises. Maybe you're afraid you'll fall while trying to prevent a fall. That's completely understandable. That's why you should always stay near a stable surface, a kitchen counter, a sturdy chair, even a wall. You're not trying to perform. You're just sending your body little messages. We're learning. We're adapting. Let me tell you about my friend Earl. He's 78 and a retired firefighter. After a minor fall in the garden, he started doing 5 minutes of balance work every morning. Nothing crazy, just standing on one leg, gentle side steps across the living room, and occasionally walking backward along the hallway. Now, he says he feels more stable on uneven ground than he did 10 years ago. My feet feel smarter, he told me. And honestly, that's what it is. You're teaching your body to feel smarter. Balance is a skill. It doesn't fade because of age. It fades because we stop practicing it. But if you make it part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth, you'll be amazed at how steady you start to feel. Next up, let's talk about the strength that holds all this balance together, your legs. Build leg strength, your body's natural shock absorbers. Let's talk about legs, not just for walking, but for catching you when life throws a little stumble your way. Your legs are your body's natural shock absorbers. When they're strong, they can help prevent a small trip from turning into a fall. And when they're weak, well, that's when the real trouble starts. But the good news is, leg strength isn't just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to stay upright, independent, and confident in every step. You see, when you strengthen the muscles in your legs, especially your thighs and hips, you're doing more than just building muscle. You're giving your body tools to stay stable. There's real science behind it too. Studies show that older adults with stronger quadriceps, that's the big muscle on the front of your thigh, are less likely to fall and more likely to recover if they do lose their balance. That's huge. And don't worry, you don't need gym equipment or long workouts to get started. One of the simplest and best exercises you can do is the sit to stand. Just sit in a sturdy chair, nothing with wheels, and then stand up without using your hands if you can. Then slowly sit back down. Do that 5 times in a row. Sounds simple, but you'll feel those thighs working, especially if you haven't done it in a while. Over time, aim for 10 in a row. It's like a mini leg day, no gym pass required. Another one I love is holding onto the kitchen sink and doing gentle leg lifts out to the side or behind you. These work your glutes and hips, which help with side-to-side balance. You can do them while waiting on your toast to pop or your coffee to brew. One gentleman I know, Roger from Michigan, started doing sit-to-stands while watching the news. He said he'd stand up during the commercials and sit back down before the segment started again. Over a few weeks, he went from barely 5 in a row to doing 15 without breaking a sweat. And he told me, I noticed it most when I got in and out of my car. It didn't feel like such a chore anymore. That's the thing about strong legs. They don't just help with walking. They help with getting up from a couch, climbing stairs, getting out of a car, even stepping into the bathtub. All the things that make us feel independent and in control. And if you're someone who's had knee or hip issues, don't let that stop you. Just go slower, use support, and always listen to your body. Even small movements, done consistently, build strength over time. So give your legs a little love. Train them like the essential tools they are, your built-in safety net. Because strength, especially the kind that keeps you upright, is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Now that we've got your legs working for you, let's look around your home, because the next habit is all about making your space safer. Make your home a fall-free zone. You know, For all the talk about exercise and balance, sometimes the biggest danger isn't outside. It's right in our own home. The place that's supposed to be our safe haven can actually be full of little traps that increase the risk of falling. And I don't mean anything dramatic. I'm talking about that throw rug you love in the hallway, the extension cord you've been stepping over for years, or the light switch that's just a little too far when you get up at night. It's easy to overlook these things when they're part of our daily environment. But according to the CDC, more than 60% of senior falls happen right at home. That means the power to prevent a fall might be just a walkthrough away. So what can you do? Start by taking a slow walk around your home. And I mean really walk like you're seeing it for the first time. Check the rugs. If they slide or curl up at the edges, roll them up or add non-slip backing. Look at the pathways. Are there cords, stacks of magazines, or furniture you have to squeeze around? Clear those walkways. Every inch of space you create is a safer step. And lighting. Oh, lighting is a big one. As we get older, our vision changes, especially in low light. Make sure every hallway and stairway is well lit. Add night lights in the bathroom and bedroom. Motion sensor lights are a game changer. No fumbling for a switch in the dark. Now let's talk grab bars. I know. Some folks think adding bars in the bathroom makes the house feel too clinical. But you know what feels worse? Falling in the shower. Installing grab bars near the toilet and inside the tub or shower gives you something to hold on to where you need it most. They don't have to look like hospital equipment either. There are stylish options out there now that blend right into your decor. I'll never forget when my neighbor Grace, she's 80 and full of personality, finally agreed to get a grab bar installed. She told me, I felt silly at first, like I was admitting I needed help. But now, I use it every single day, and I can't imagine how I did without it. That one change gave her more confidence than any fancy gadget ever could. And don't forget the little upgrades. Non-slip mats in the shower, raised toilet seats if you struggle getting up, even rearranging your kitchen so the items you use most are at waist level instead of up high or down low. These aren't just fixes, they're forms of protection. And they send a powerful message to yourself and your loved ones. I care about my safety. I'm not giving up control. I'm taking it back. Your home should support your strength, not challenge it. So let's make it your partner in staying upright and independent. And now that your space is safer, let's talk about the fuel your body needs to keep those bones and muscles strong. Eat for strength, bone, and muscle fuel. What we put on our plate might not seem connected to falling, but oh, it is. Food isn't just about taste or tradition. It's the fuel that keeps your bones sturdy, your muscles strong, and your body balanced. And after 70, every bite matters even more. Think of your meals as your daily defense system, because what you eat can either help you stay upright or quietly chip away at your strength. You might have heard that calcium is good for your bones, and it is, but it doesn't work alone. Calcium needs helpers, vitamin D to absorb it, magnesium to balance it, and protein to build muscle around it. If any of those are missing, it's like building a house with only half the materials. That's why a balanced diet is so important. Now, I'm not saying you need to follow a trendy diet or count every calorie. I'm talking about adding real, everyday foods that make your body more resilient. For example, Greek yogurt with some berries in the morning, packed with protein and calcium. A spinach salad with almonds and a boiled egg for lunch. There's your magnesium and vitamin D. And maybe grilled salmon or chicken with some sweet potatoes for dinner, full of bone-loving nutrients. It's simple, it's familiar, and it works. I once spoke with a retired schoolteacher in North Carolina named Linda, who used to skip meals or rely on toast and coffee because she wasn't that hungry. But after she started adding more protein to her day, like eggs, nuts, and that good old tuna salad, she told me she didn't just feel stronger, she actually felt steadier walking down the porch stairs. That's not in her head. It's her muscles getting what they need to support her body better. And here's something folks often don't realize. As we get older, our bodies don't process nutrients as efficiently. You might be eating the same way you always have, but getting less benefit from it. That's why a little adjustment, like choosing fortified cereal, drinking a glass of milk with dinner, or taking a vitamin D supplement if your doctor recommends it, can go a long way. Another big one, hydration. Water keeps everything working properly, joints, digestion, circulation. Dehydration can make you feel dizzy or weak, and that's a major fall risk. So keep a glass or bottle nearby, And don't wait until you're thirsty. And if you're on a tight budget, don't worry. Frozen veggies, canned beans, and store-brand dairy can be just as nutritious as fresh or fancy options. What matters is consistency, not perfection. So next time you sit down to eat, think of it as strengthening from the inside out. Because your plate isn't just a meal, it's your power source. And when your bones and muscles are properly fueled, you don't just walk stronger, you live stronger. Now let's explore something just as important: how your brain plays a surprising role in keeping you steady on your feet. Stay mentally sharp, the brain-body connection. It might surprise you, but staying on your feet isn't just about muscles and joints. It's also about what's going on upstairs. That's right, your brain plays a huge role in keeping you balanced. Think about it. Every step you take, your brain is coordinating movement, checking your surroundings, adjusting your posture, all in a split second. So if your mind isn't sharp, your body won't be either. A lot of folks don't realize that cognitive decline, even just mild forgetfulness or slower reaction time, can make it harder to stay balanced. That's because walking isn't just automatic. It actually involves decision-making. You're constantly making little choices. Is that floor wet? Should I step over that cord? Can I reach that top shelf safely? And when your brain is sluggish, those choices get slower. And that's when stumbles happen. But here's the good news. You can train your brain just like you train your body. One simple technique is doing what experts call dual task exercises. That means challenging your mind and body at the same time. For example, walk slowly down your hallway while naming US states, or count backwards from 103s. Sounds silly? Maybe. But it gets those neurons firing and teaches your brain to stay alert while you move. I know a gentleman named Sam, 76, retired Air Force, who plays a memory game with his wife every evening. They'll go for a walk and try to name every state capital or all their grandkids' birthdays in order. He told me it makes their walks more fun and keeps his mind as active as his legs. Another key piece here is staying socially engaged. Isolation isn't just lonely. It's actually linked to cognitive decline and depression. And when people feel low or foggy, they're less likely to move around and less confident when they do. So pick up the phone, invite a neighbor for coffee, join a class at your local senior center. Even a weekly game of cards can give your brain that social spark it needs. And don't underestimate the power of hobbies. Whether it's painting, gardening, puzzles, or reading the newspaper aloud to your spouse, anything that keeps your brain working will help you move more safely through the world. Even something as simple as changing up your routine can help. Try walking a different route to the mailbox, brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, or using your memory to recall your grocery list before writing it down. These small mental workouts sharpen your focus, and a focused mind is a safer one. Your brain is the control center for every step you take. Keep it engaged, challenged, and curious. Because when your mind is alert, your body responds. And when both are working together, you walk with confidence, not caution. Now, let's bring it all together with one of the simplest, most powerful habits of all: walking with purpose and posture that says, "I belong on my feet." Walk like you mean it, confidence in every step. You ever notice how some people walk like they own the sidewalk? Head up, shoulders back, moving with purpose, even if they're just heading to the corner store. That kind of walk doesn't come from perfect health. It comes from confidence. And believe it or not, how you walk can change how your whole body feels and how safe you are on your feet. See, the way we carry ourselves matters more than we think. When you walk with your head down, eyes on your feet, your posture shifts forward. That throws off your center of gravity, makes you more likely to trip, and strains your back and knees. It tells your body, "Be careful, we're unsure." But when you walk with intention, you send a completely different message. We've got this. So what does walking like you mean it look like? Start with posture. Keep your chin level and eyes looking ahead, not at the ground. Imagine a string pulling you up gently from the top of your head. Let your shoulders relax, but stay open, not hunched forward. And don't forget your arms. Let them swing naturally by your sides to help with rhythm and balance. Footwear matters too. Supportive shoes with a good grip and firm heel can make all the difference. No floppy slippers or worn-out sneakers. If you're unsure what to look for, head to a shoe store that specializes in senior-friendly footwear. It's worth every penny. And walking aids? Let me say this loud and clear. Using a cane or walking stick doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're wise. It means you care enough about your health to give your body the support it needs. I've seen folks walk with a cane and look stronger and prouder than someone half their age. A woman in Oregon once told me, "I used to shuffle from room to room because I was scared of falling." Then I heard someone say, "Walk like you're going somewhere worth being." So I tried it. Head up, steady steps, no rush. I couldn't believe how much stronger I felt just changing the way I moved. That mindset alone can reshape how your body responds to movement. Now, I'm not asking you to speed walk or march around the house. I'm asking you to walk with awareness. Even just a trip to the mailbox can be a training moment. Focus on each step. Feel the ground under your feet. Stay steady in your core. These little daily strolls are how you build lifelong strength and trust in your body. Because walking isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about reclaiming your independence, step by step. Every confident stride tells your brain, your body, and the world, "I'm still going strong." And now that you've got the habits to help you stay on your feet, let's bring it all together with one final message from the heart. You know, when we talk about falling, it's easy to focus on the fear. But everything we've shared today, it's not about fear, it's about freedom. The freedom to get out of bed in the morning without worrying if your legs will hold. The freedom to walk down your front steps with your head high. The freedom to say yes to life without that voice in the back of your mind whispering, "What if I fall?" Every habit we covered, from stretching in the morning to eating better to walking with confidence, is about keeping you on your feet and in control. And none of it has to be overwhelming. You don't need to do everything perfectly or all at once. Just pick one. Start there. Let it become part of your rhythm. Then add another. And before you know it, you're not just preventing falls. You're building a stronger, steadier, more joyful version of yourself. I hope you feel encouraged, not pressured. This isn't a race. It's a journey back to trusting your body, one step at a time. If this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe to Vibrant Elders, and share your thoughts in the comments. What's one habit you're ready to try this week? Your voice could inspire someone else to start too. You've got wisdom, you've got grit, and you've still got so much strength, more than you know. So keep standing tall, keep moving forward. And remember, a steady step today is the key to the freedom you deserve tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, and stay strong. You've got this.